Well, essentially, I'm trying to put myself out there as almost like an object. I'm sort of looking at stereotypes of Asian people and kind of how I suppose in the Western world, the Western gaze views Asia. And generally throughout the piece, what I'm going to do is kind of portray myself as this object that has consented to I guess, abide by certain stereotypes, but at the same time, through showing the cracks in this view of Asian culture, I will be, I suppose, tackling and questioning the audience through like these cracks. So what I'm doing is I'm framing this in kind of like a maid cafe. If you know about maid cafes, they're basically cafes in Japan, they're themed cafes where young girls generally dress up in maid outfits and everything's frilly and pink and happy and stuff, and they kind of they present themselves as these maids to the masters who are the customers. So the customers come in and they enter this world of magic and not servitude, but in a sense, kind of they're put in this kind of like master-servant relationship, and it's, you know, they pay for this experience basically. And I found that was really interesting because I was looking at geisha culture as well, which I think is another really big kind of stereotype that Western culture has of Eastern Asian culture, and kind of drawing parallels from geisha culture to maid cafe culture, in the sense that maid cafes are kind of modernized forms of this idea of serving someone and paying for this experience. So in maid cafes you can kind of you can buy performances, and I was really kind of looking at this idea because it really fascinated me. The idea that you could order a dance or order someone to perform for you as part of a meal. So you had a meal and then you could order someone to perform for you, and then you would have this whole experience that was constructed for your pleasure. And yeah, so I'm just sort of looking at elements of that. Yeah. I was just talking to one of my Marcus, and we were talking about kind of, I don't know why, but Marina Abramovich, and how like the idea of pushing things to a point where you don't you have to stop, or you have to, I don't really know how to put it into words, but kind of like looking at putting yourself like there as an object to be viewed, and for people to kind of look at, like, to do things to you, because essentially I'll be giving the audience options and they choose how I present myself. And so that was that was something I think that really interested me, was that idea of kind of live art and kind of presenting myself as this character for people to view.